And so Catalan do hit the front. They're ahead by 4 points to 0.
Well, even though he misses the conversion, Thomas Bosch, 27 times by his country, he's very accomplished out of the hand, puts that right where he wants it, and it's good skill and good reaction from the left side attacking force from the Dragons.
It's Duport, got his 50th Catalan try here against Widnes in April. An excellent player for Laurent Freycinou and the Dragons. As is this man, Ellimer, crashes into a Saints wall led by Roby there.
Well, that try come from a fabulous kick. Well, there's the mistake here. Is it from Olivier Ellimer, saying he's knocked the ball forward? And that's the reaction that Nathan Brown would have been looking for. Two St Helens players in Flanagan and James Roby. Hit hard. Yep, straight. He's lost that ball.
It was a huge hit, and it remains to be seen how Olivier Ellimer is.
Well, that try came about, Ben, I was going to say, because of the hard running from the forwards, where they seemed to bust through St Helens in the middle. Paul Wellens now. Referee James Shell wants to have a word with both captains.
And he's placed that incident on report.
I think they're going to have a little look here, Ben, or the panel will on Monday, about a crusher tackle from James Roby on Olivier Ellimer. And that's when a player puts pressure on their opponent's neck as they're going down the tackle. And I wouldn't have thought that James Roby is that player who'd get himself in a situation where he'd intentionally try and hurt an opponent like that.
Saints with the scrum feed then via Luke Walsh. This is Johnny Lomax. Pelissier with the defence for Catalan Dragons. Just 10 metres away. Use the short side with Soliola, and this is Josh Jones. Whitehead with an important tackle, but they're just a couple of metres away. Walsh. McCarthy Scarsbrook back to Luke Walsh. Now Lomax. And now Wellens flicks the ball out. That's a great pass. But I think it's gone forward though. Makinson.
Yeah, goes forward. And you brought your glasses, Ben. Trying to play through the line. They had the numbers. Paul Wellens gets through. He draws 3 men to him. Unfortunately, the ball just goes forward. Gets his arm free. The offload and the pickup. Excellent, but say unfortunately for St Helens, that ball goes forward.
A shame. Great skill to produce the offload, and Makinson thought he was out on his own at the top of the Super League charts then.
The thing that will encourage St Helens is Paul Wellens managed to get through the defenders, in between Catalan players, and were it not for a bit better execution of that particular skill, that's very difficult, by the way, then that could have been a try. It's time to defend, and it's time to show the Dragons just exactly what Saints are about today in defence.
Pelissier manages to offload for Lima. Some good work on this Catalan left-hand side.
And hurrying defence from St Helens.
Now Taya. Turner upstairs for St Helens. Luke Walsh completes the tackle. Price. Kick is from Thomas Bosch. Sends Matty Dawson right back into his in-goal area, and the chase is good as well.
That was a fabulous kick. They won the last play leading up to that kick, which means it's a lot easier for them to kick under no pressure. And both teams seem to have turned up with the right attitude. They both want to play and they both want to defend.
Up now. Line. Go.
McCarthy Scarsbrook.
That could have been a dangerous tackle, that. Elwell Pelissier seemed to lift LMS. Certainly everybody stopped and gasped. But Mossima Soa can't be throwing offloads out the back door. Run hard, play the ball quick and get into that grind. There's been a good contest the opening 12 minutes. There hasn't been too many mistakes, and both teams have been willing to get to the kick until that point.
Commentators curse, Barry,
No,
I think.
but I said on 12 minutes. It's just gone to 13, Ben. So technically I was right.
Whitehead plays the ball. This is Battieri.
One, hands out. Rossi, hold, hold. Come on, quicker, see ya.
Nathan Brown watching on. Here is Whitehead.
2 on now. Back
And
up.
Wheeler with the
Hold,
tackle.
Hold. Go, 2.
Pelissier. Bosk holds on. Now it's
Still 2.
Ellimer.
Play on.
Well, he was struggling to get his arms free. As soon as he goes into contact, he had 2 St Helens players around him, and Olivier Ellimer, he was looking for one of his teammates to come up on his shoulder and take that pass.
Just a reminder of the 2 teams, how St Helens line up certainly. Johnny Lomax at full back for them. Makinson, Jordan Turner, Josh Jones and Matty Dawson the 3 quarters, with Wheeler and Walsh in the halves. Up front, Mossy Masoe, Roby and McCarthy, Scarsbrook, Soliola and Flanagan in the second row alongside Paul Wellens, the captain and loose forward. On the bench, Willie Manu, Alex Wormsley, Mark Percival and Luke Thompson. Masoe for them. Luke Walsh with the kick, fielded by Escaré of the Catalan Dragons. He's their full-back, their 3 quarters. Michael Oldfield, Ben Pomeroy, Vincent Duport and Daryl Millard. The halves, Leon Price and Thomas Bosk. Up front, Olivier Ellimer, Elwa Pelissier and Jeff Lima. Zeb Taylor partners Elliot Whitehead in the second row with Jason Battieri, the captain and loose forward. On the bench for Lauren Freysinou, Ian Henderson, Louis Anderson, Lapini Peyer and Benjamin Garcia.
I'm looking forward to Ian Henderson getting on for Catalan. The rugged hooker made more tackles and more carries than any other Catalan player last year in Super League. He really does solidify them in the middle of the field. And when it gets tough, he's the man normally leading from the front.
Price with the booming kick. Lomax under it easily though and sets off, turns defence into attack brilliantly there.
Been quiet so far, Johnny Lomax. Hasn't had too much work to do, so he'll look to just exert himself into this game, just gradually, slowly, just get a few more touches. But just on Saints' left and Catalan's right, there's a couple of real ding-dong battles going on. Hopefully see that expand throughout the game. Soliola, one of the hard-running back rowers for Saints, against Elliot Whitehead, who for me has been one of the best back rowers in the competition so far.
Absolutely. 2 teams known for their flair, but it's the hits that are going on out there in the opening 16 minutes.
Well, we've talked
physical.
Sorry, Ben, we talked about Zeb Taylor. What about Paul Wellens? He's reinvented himself as a player. All his career he played at full-back, and all of a sudden he's coming onto a crash ball on the 4th play like that. Won't do anything for his looks.
Having stood in at full-back, of course, when Johnny Lomax was injured. Catalan then 15 metres from their own line. Thomas Bosk.
That could have been a flop, that. See Soliola, the 3rd man in.
Move, stand square. Hold.
Pelissier quickly away to find Ellimer. Misjudged offload again.
Again, that's the 2nd time. He tried one of those up in the opposition's 20 metres from St Helens line, and now bringing the ball away. He seems to be, I'm not saying frustrated with trying to get the ball away, but I'm not even so sure whether Olivier Ellimer won that contact, which gave him the right to get that ball away. It wasn't a clean offload.
Jerome Guisset on the sidelines there.
Well, Ben, I did talk about the Catalan forwards keeping the feet, trying to keep tall, not going to ground. That seems to have changed. The last 2 sets I've been watching them, they're looking to get to the floor as quick as they can. Whether that's game plan or not, there's definitely been a shift.
James Child not happy with the formation of that scrum. Pelissier brings the ball away from the base of it now. Heavy hit there from Josh Jones. Whitehead.
2, move. Wait. Go. Okay.
Pelissier. And now Pomeroy.
Turn. Move loose. Hold. Wait. Wait. Go free.
Bosk tips the ball on, and this is Leon Price. Not being able to escape the clutches so far, Leon Price, but so dangerous when in possession. Pelissier. Now Bosk. Flat pass this time, and a great offload finds Pelissier. Morgan Escare, I beg your pardon.
Well, a high challenge coming in on the Catalan fullback. I know through talking to Steve Deakin this week, Morgan Escare has been doing a lot of homework, getting to know instinctively which arm his teammates offload with, so he can support them on that side. And we saw, I think it was against Salford, really early on in the game, Zeb Taylor got an offload away that meant Morgan Escare had a 70-80 metre canter to the line. And once you instinctively know which side to support the players that are carrying the ball carrier and the offloader, once he hears that voice, will throw it whether he can see them or not. And I think you see an example of that.
Okay, time on.
Zeb Taylor, that is a high tackle, but Luke Walsh on Zeb Taylor, just do your best, lad.
Great position then for the Dragons. 2 balls on the pitch momentarily.
On his foot. Wait.
Kicked back by Elwa Pelissier. New 2-year deal agreed this week. Amid some Super League interest.
On this line. Wait. Go.
Here is again the hooker. And now Bosk. Price juggles with it.
2, move. Hold. Go.
Ellimer. Thompson on for St Helens with the tackle. Camped under the post, the Dragons. Here is Battieri. Looking to double their lead.
On the line.
Pelissier scanning. Price. Throws it wide to Pomeroy, and Pomeroy is taken down. Again thought about the offload. It's a good tackle though, coming in from Josh Jones. Another crossfield kick from Bosk. Taken brilliantly there. Turner, I think it was. Jordan Turner did really well.
Yeah, I agree, Ben. So the 2 Catalan players putting pressure on Jordan Turner, and now from being under pressure themselves, they've earned the right to get a good kick away here from the penalty. Excellent kick yet again. Look at that, one-handed take, pulls it into his body. Vincent Duport could have been contact in the air as well for Jordan Turner.
Well,
Duport got the try from a similar play.
2 hands out. All the way. Hold.
And Saints now in possession as Roby finds Wellens. This is Luke Walsh. Good tackle there from Whitehead. Now it's Johnny Lomax and Jones quickly on to Dawson. That was good skill. Now Manu, big plus that he's back in action for Nathan Brown.
Hands out, Elliot. Play ball, you're milking. Go.
Former Castleford and Hull man, of course. Kick, well fielded.
Well, I think that needed to go a touch deeper to turn Oldfield around. It was just very easy for the winger. Cece Oliola getting off the line. 3 men in, committed to the tackle, trying to make the ruck as slow as they can.
Be a big miss for St Helens, Cece Oliola, when he returns to Australia at the end of this season.
Oh, he's been an excellent player, hasn't he?
Pelissier. Now Lima.
Release, Luke. 4, go. Play on.
That was Thompson with the tackle. Here is Price. Picks up a good offload again. Over the top. Just signs that these 2 are starting to throw the ball around. Here is Louis Anderson.
Well, Leon Price just in backfield. You could see him on the right. He's still on the floor. He got a huge whack. And it happened really quick. I couldn't see who did it. Elwa Pelissier is on the floor as well. And just as that broken field, just as that offload game starts to get going, the commitment from the players, you have a look at here. It's Soliola who just collects Leon Price, and there's a collision at the top of the screen that the Catalan fans aren't happy with. Gary Wheeler goes to tackle Pelissier without the ball. Not much in it for me.
Yeah, got you, Thierry,
No, totally agree. Nothing in that play at all. And see Soliola as well. His hit on Leon Price, I think he was committed to the tackle.
James Child having a word. Now play can resume. Catalan 4-0 ahead. A try from Vincent Duport. That was Wheeler's pass for Manu. Josh Jones interacting halfback. And now Wellens with the bandage. Taken down by Anderson there.
Well, Luke Thompson's up for this game. He's offering himself a number of times. Defensively, he's been very strong, controlling the Catalan players.
Walmsley now. Another one that's really caught the eye this season and last. Now Luke Walsh sees a gap. Good ball as well. Find Wheeler. And that was Thompson. It was patted down by Pomeroy, I think. So St Helens are going to have the scrum feed here. Just starting to look dangerous, though, in possession.
Well, Luke Walsh here. He shapes to kick. Thompson with the pass. And it's Pomeroy. He knows he's got to come up with that play because St Helens had the numbers on the left side. The Catalan players flying out the line, trying to put pressure on Luke Walsh. And as I say, he just steps off his right foot.
A decade in the NRL with Cronulla and Penrith. Ben Pomeroy, 55 tries in 168 appearances. 3 Super League tries so far this season.
Well, that's just a little red light for the Catalan defenders. They can't get up on Luke Walsh. They can't look to put too much kick pressure at the cost of everything else because he's smart enough to use the numbers. He'd strip the defence of Catalan then. And Luke Thompson, the number 28, just playing the ball. If he has a better instinct and it's a better pass, that's a try for Saints.
Roby, now Walsh, and Manu, and Lomax, and Dawson. And Dawson get over, he's over the line. Has he got the ball down? He's held up, says James Child.
Did he just hesitate a bit too much? Look at the numbers that St Helens have. The little turn-up play, step and then go. No, probably good defence again from Catalan. They look urgent, don't they?
Roby.
Jason.
Walmsley was close. Roby has it back. Now Walsh goes for the kick this time. It's a great kick as well. Followed in. But the referee is going to have a look at this.
Well, is the downward pressure. Again, Catalan's defence very strong. And does Mark Flanagan get the ball down? A perfect kick. No, it comes off Vincent Duport. He's there to save the day.
What great work there from Vincent Duport.
It was great
Mark
play.
Flanagan.
James Child has a better view than anybody else, and when you look on the other angle, you can't see it for James Child, so I'm not sure why that call isn't made as it's going.
Well, he's scored at one end, and he's saved a try now at the other, Vincent Duport. That was a great contribution there from the 13-time French international.
And credit to Catalan. Luke Walsh puts that kick in because they weren't having any joy with breaking them down. They're coming up very quick, putting pressure on St Helens, and a little well-weighted kick through, but Vincent de Paul there to save the day.
St Helens remain scoreless then. It's opening 25 minutes in Perpignan. Here is Josh Jones. Roby. That was Luke Walsh. The pass from Flanagan is misjudged again, and Garcia picks up for the Dragons. The crowd delighted with that as Lapini Peya spins through a couple of would-be challenges. Here is Eloi Pelissier now, as the decibel level rises around the Stade Gilbert Brutus.
And so it should. It come from that run from Lapini Peya. Alex Walmsley flew out the line, trying to put a shot on the big Kiwi. Well, I think it's going to start getting very aggressive. Great run, Pelissier.
What a run that was from Eloi Pelissier. Still not tackled, says James Child.
He's still going. Garcia.
Reinforcements are coming. Louis Anderson. Now it's Bosk.
And we're seeing the impact of the bench. Anderson, Peya, Garcia all having big influences in that passage of play.
Price with a great offload. They're in again. Catalan Dragons, are they? Louis Anderson. It's going to be another call for Thierry Alibert in the video referee's box. Louis Anderson looking for his third Super League try of the season.
Well, Ben, it's the impact of the bench again. Anderson thinks he's over the line. Now, I think the ball is in his hand before he gets to the line, and the ball hits the floor before he gets to the line, but does his momentum then take him over? Wonderful offload from Leon Price. Anderson, with his ears back, can see the try line. Tremendous defence from Johnny Lomax and James Roby. There you see it short. Does he keep hold of it and get over the line? Oh, it's so close. I'm going to go no try.
Well, I think a number of the St Helens players thought that the pass initially from Leon Price went forward.
The try denied. But so close to opening them up again. And Louis Anderson stays on 2 Super League tries. Of course, his elder brother Vinny, a double winner with St Helens, of course.
Will he lose his possession as he's trying to get the ball over the line? He knew that he was short. He knew that he was short, and then he knew that if he lifted his elbow up and tried to go again, it'd be double movement. So that's why he tries to roll the ball onto the try line.
It's my favourite, innit? Get your thumb around the ball and then you can pull it away from your body. If you've got sufficient grip along the ball, you can extend your arm and get it down. But a very experienced player was probably more focused on the try line, not concentrating on his grip.
Josh Jones met by a wall in the shape of Whitehead and Peya. Now Lomax.
Oof. I'm not sure about that ball from Johnny Lomax. Very difficult ball to take.
Well, Catalan haven't taken full advantage. Referee James Chow will go back.
He'll go back to the free play. 10 metres from St Helens' line.
I don't think the problem is with Saints passing the ball so close to their try line. It's how far you take it into the teeth of the defence. Always putting pressure on the ball receiver when you take it that close to the defenders.
But if you're going to pass the ball at the line, the man who's running onto the ball needs to make sure that he's running into a hole and not running into a man.
Just one try between two of the most attractive sides you'll see in Super League. They both want to throw the ball around, not being allowed to do so far. Really tight in Perpignan. Louis Anderson. So unlucky to be denied a few moments ago. Bosk. Peya.
Hands out, Luke. Hold.
Thompson with the tackle for St Helens. Now Henderson injecting some urgency as Morgan Escaré is put to ground. Flanagan with the tackle. Here is Price looking for one on his own. Manages to get the ball away for Henderson. This is Bosk. So patient work from the Dragons as Whitehead offloads. That's a brilliant pass, and now Payer, he gets the ball away as well. Louis Anderson now. Can't get through the tackle though of Willie Manu. Last one, last chance for the Dragons. Bosk with the crossfield kick again. It's palmed back this time. Morgan Escaray is there. Luke Walsh is there. Morgan Escaray just can't get that ball down in the end, I don't think.
Well, both sides are defending the try line excellently in this game. The ball goes up yet again. Tommy Makinson thinking, kick the ball to the other side. Seems to have been kicked into this bottom right-hand corner for St Helens, but they dealt with it then.
Thompson, big hit by Anderson coming in. And Payer. Wormsley into the challenge of Benjamin Garcia. That was Wheeler. The ball's come out and Whitehead will chase this. Elliot Whitehead, well, is he prevented from following the ball there?
Well, first of all, was there a shoulder charge? Was there a shoulder charge on one of the St Helens players? And I think that Gary Wheeler needs to, when he's dropping the ball off like that, he needs to have a little look at what's coming on the inside. And Elliot Whitehead on Willie Manu comes up with a shoulder charge, so that should be a penalty to St Helens. Have a little look. There it goes. He doesn't lift his arm up to try and wrap it around Willie Manu. So I think this is going to be a penalty to St Helens.
You could argue that if that's a legal tackle, then Elliot Whitehead is prevented from regathering this ball from Willie Manu. Well, this is a toss of a coin for me, Tez.
That can't be a legal challenge, though. It was a shoulder charge. He doesn't lift his arm up. Well, the video ref's having a little look here.
He does lift his arm up, it's just not very far.
But they're not looking at that.
They're not looking at that. Let's have a look at it here. This is the best angle. You can't see because Henderson's in the way.
What's the decision, Thierry?
Here, just waiting on that decision.
Say again?
I think it's a dead set shoulder charge.
James Child waits.
Go on, mate. Can't hear you. Yeah.
Thierry Alibert.
But it's a penalty. And do you know who the player was that tackled him? No. Okay. It's no try. It's a penalty for the pullback. No try. It's right, mate. It's a penalty when he pulls him back.
Well, they're saying that Willie Manu is the man who pulled back Elliot Whitehead. So they didn't give the shoulder charge. And Catalan have got the ball.
That's because it wasn't a shoulder charge. That's why they didn't give it. Anyway, I was right.
Henderson, Bosk. Catalan not done yet. Here is Louis Anderson.
Hell! Release, guys! Hold. 2. Go.
Henderson with the pass and Payer trying to crash over 3 Saints defenders initially, preventing that happening. Camped on the Saints line though, the Dragons. Whitehead with the pass. Now Price has escaped. Price had the pass, just went behind Michael Oldfield. They look so threatening again though, the Dragons in attack.
Well, good movement from the Dragons. Again, a little play from Elliot Whitehead, and Leon Price just losing his burdens. Thought that Michael Oldfield was coming a bit shorter, and a touch later onto that ball.
Catalan Dragons lost just 1 of their last 8 in Super League. That defeat came on Sky at Warrington a month ago. Started Super League 19 with those 5 straight defeats, but they've turned their season around, beating the league leaders here.
Now that's how you tackle. Good shot from Garcia. Again, Saints looking to shift the ball on the try line. That's how strong Catalan have been throughout the opening 31 minutes. They defended very well.
On the line, hold.
Lomax with a good pass for Turner.
Go 3.
Roby now. And Walsh. Kicks on the third tackle. Taken well by Michael Oldfield, but you can see the sunshine in Perpignan. How difficult it is to catch those high bombs in those conditions.
Well, you could also see a solid blue St Helens defensive line facing him. And both sides, both teams look like they've come with the right attitude to defend. That's the reason it's just one try. And you can see everybody keen as mustard to get in, use the shoulder, bend the back, and impose themselves into this game.
Garcia got the Dragons over halfway. This is Payer now. Met by Wormsley.
Go. Step to the side.
And Henderson. Ian Henderson escapes momentarily.
Back up. Go.
Now Pelissier on the back of that. Escaré, I beg your pardon.
Escaré playing for a penalty then. I want to explain why standing in the tackle is so important and can be such a benefit. There's always going to be two players, but if the player is standing, you're more likely to commit three defenders into it. Great shot from Henderson, and one of those players will need to return. You've got a late retreating defender, and there's an opportunity potentially, and that's what Catalan, I probably think they've got that on their mind today.
Here is Luke Walsh. Picks up Jordan Turner.
Some of the Saints players, or some of the forwards, are starting to look tired. Wormsley taking the ball forward. Luke Thompson in that last set of 6, he came up with 4 tackles. So obviously Catalan are not taking the ball away from Saints' big forwards. They're looking at playing at them, taking a lot of energy out of them, and maybe that's where they feel that they can get them in the last 7 minutes.
Last one coming up for St Helens. Flanagan played the ball. This is Walsh. Predictably another towering kick. Morgan Escaré's allowed that to bounce. It bounces back, and Josh Jones, well, has Josh Jones scored here? That ball could have gone anywhere. Josh Jones watched it all the way, and Josh Jones is now looking for his 4th Super League try of the season.
Well, Morgan Escaré looks down to the floor, but does Josh Jones push Morgan Escaré? This is what the video ref's going to be looking at. Everybody's onside. The ball goes up. You can see Morgan Escaré trying to shield his eyes. He loses where the ball is. The ball comes down. Josh Jones is chasing hard. Along with Thompson. I think there's a little push into Morgan Escaré's back here.
I think you've got that right. He does a good job of getting himself back into the field of play, Josh Jones, but we saw on Thursday night a try get scratched off. Not exactly the same circumstances, but two players competing for a ball, and the minute you put your arms out, unfortunately, that's illegal. Another chance gone begging, but it's been a terrific contest, really intense tussle. Try saying that, Ben.
Has so little to choose between the sides. It really has been intense.
There's a ball over there.
Well, the temptation's just too much, isn't it? Sometimes as a rugby league player, when you're so close to scoring a try, I just give him a little nudge here. Maybe the referee won't see it, and I'll score the first try for St Helens. But it wasn't to be.
Time on.
Thierry Alibert cancelling that try from St Helens. The last 5 minutes, I'm sure we could see some points here.
Yeah, just one try in this first half so far. Just over 5 minutes to go. Good offload again. Henderson on the back of that. Here is Bosk. A good run coming in from Louis Anderson. He's been impressive since coming on from the bench. Really added something to this Catalan display so far. Henderson over halfway.
Well, Catalan are offloading this ball, and it's effort on an effort for St Helens, because they go into one collision, then all of a sudden they've got to come up with another play, getting the nose through real strong runs from the Catalan forwards.
And then Leon Price on the back of all that.
That was well taken, that from Zeb Taylor.
Did really well to hang on to that. Pelissier.
Well, you've picked it, Tez. They've gone right back through the guts of the St Helens defenders, making those big fellas work extra hard. Nice kick, but Percival takes it.
Yeah, kicks to the other side.
You need to be brave as an outside back to get up put your hands above your head, leave your ribs and your legs exposed.
This is Lomax for St Helens. Looking to level at least before half-time.
Well, Saints using a different tactic. Talks about the tight six. The three defenders either side of the play of the ball. Saints looking to get outside those big fellas, where Catalan are doing the exact opposite.
Manu played the ball. Here is Luke Walsh. No look pass. Didn't find the target, or the target didn't see it. And now it's Catalan Dragons' turn to attack. Seen it come off so many times for Luke Walsh. Not on that occasion.
It was on. That pass was on. Because if Johnny Lomax catches that, at least he gains another 20, 30 metres. Good run from Henderson.
Bosk. St Helens hand in there, and it's gone back to 0, the tackle count.
As Josh Jones just got his hand to that. As Catalan looking to offload the ball.
I thought they were lucky there. I thought when Henderson took that ball in, as he was trying to play it, I thought he dropped it. But they've got another 4 chances to score. Just less than 4 minutes left on the clock.
Bosk. Pomeroy hangs on. Some work for St Helens to do in defence here. Price gets the offload away. Escarate slithers through a couple of tackles.
He's so good on his feet. He terrorises the big lads.
Here is Henderson on the back of that, and Henderson trying to use his strength to poach one. Repelled by St Helens. And then Bosk just sees a hole. That's how close the Dragons are. Last one coming up for Lauren Fraser-New's side. They're going to go to the air with Leon Price. On the right-hand side, it's picked up, and is it claimed? Michael Oldfield is there. Michael Oldfield believes he's got the try, and the referee agrees. Catalan Dragons strike right at the end of this first half. They've doubled their lead with the kick to come.
Well, they had success on the opposite side, and now they've gone to the right side. Michael Oldfield, they're getting the players there. They're holding very good shape. And it's the jump in the air from Oldfield that beats the St Helens players. Both sides defending very well, heroically on the try line. And that's a great take. Just does enough, gets in front of Dawson, and that's the second try for Catalan, and both tries from kicks.
Well, he got a double, as you said, Barry, I think at Langtree Park back in March when the Dragons lost 40 points to 22. And now it's hit St Helens again. That man Michael Oldfield. 9 Super League tries for the season now, and tries in his last 3. Also crossing for 4 pointers against Bradford and at Widnes. A crucial try right before half-time.
I was just going to say that. I'm sure Nathan Brown will get his side in and said, do you know what, we've concentrated, we've kept Leon Price quiet, Morgan Escaré quiet, we've looked after the 2 hookers, Pelissier and Anderson, the forwards in the middle, you're doing your best. But what you can't do is you can't give Bosk and Price that much time to place it. We've talked about the quality of the kick. Even Bosch, when he put his kick in, there was no pressure whatsoever. He was allowed to place it wherever he wants, and I'm sure Nathan Brown will say, look, get off your line and make it as uncomfortable, take as much time away from those kickers as you can to make it a little bit easier for the people catching it in the corner.
Thomas Bosk goes through the routine. This to put Catalan in double figures before half-time. Again, he's pulled it, but Lauren Fraser-New will be the happier of the 2 coaches at the break.
Well, he's not brought his kicking boots, Thomas Bosk, but Leon Price did on that occasion. The kick selection, good, high in the air. That makes it a contest, and the only winner on that occasion was Michael Oldfield.
A brilliant finish from Michael Oldfield.
Time off.
Well, that's the confidence
Last 30 seconds,
that your
guys.
side needs when you're going into half-time, scoring a try. That's the doubt in St Helens' mind now, because they know they need to come up with a couple of tries. They need to start the second half on a positive note.
Heard James Charles say 30 seconds left in this first half, and the Dragons in possession. Don't think they'll do anything too expansive.
No, they don't need to. Sorry, Ben, they don't need to score. Totally agree with you. Just get through to half-time, get the direction from the coach, and come out in the second half roaring to goal.
Henderson. Now Taya. And there is the hooter. And two of the entertainers in Super League have produced just 2 tries in that first half, and they were both Catalan tries in the shape of Vincent Duport and Michael Oldfield. A couple of no tries in there for Louis Anderson and Elliot Whitehead, but Lauren Freycinet will be the happier coach at the break. At half-time in Perpignan, it's Catalan 8, St Helens 0.
The Gladiators are entering the arena.
We're not going to make it.
We're already here.
How can someone so consumed by the idea of his family have any conception what his actual family was doing?
There's people coming.
The dead can't hear us.
We'll kill every last man at Castle Black.
The Game of Thrones series finale, Monday at 9 on Sky Atlantic HD, or catch up on demand.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Made with love to a Belgian recipe. The cidre, not cider.
If there's no home for nature, there will be no nature. If you build it, they will come. Give nature a home where you live. For your free guide, text HOME to 70030. RSPB, giving nature a home.
With age, we get better at lots of things. We take more risks. A lot more. In a word, we improve.
Vitalis 5 from L'Oréal Paris. 1 step, 5 actions to target the appearance of wrinkles, firmness, dryness and discomfort.
Skin feels smoother, firmer and looks revitalized.
Vitalis 5 from L'Oréal Paris Men Expert.
There is no excuse for letting go.
And now there's no excuse for forgetting this Father's Day.
You and this army. Clash of Clans. Download for free.
And after a scintillating innings, the batsman nears his century. That's absolutely splendid. I say, a streaker and a rozzer. Goodness me, what a chase. I wonder if the rozzers will catch up with them. And what about this? I say, that's much better, isn't it? And what a shot. Oh, and he's hit the streaker. My goodness me, he'll have a bruise. And there, 6 it is. Good heavens. Red Bull gave him wings, all right.
Can I help you?
No, madam. But I can help you. Help your dreams come true and set your business on its path to glory. It's go time. GoDaddy a domain. GoDaddy your website. GoDaddy your business. It's GoDaddy.
Aren't you a
lovely little doggy.
It's go time.
The new C-Class from £329 per month.
Falamos
a linguata.
Copa do Mundo.
Bringing you all the breaking news at the World Cup.
The gladiators are entering the arena.
Well, welcome back to Perpignan, where the league leaders are losing at the break. 2 tries scored by Catalan Dragons in the shape of Vincent Duport and Michael Oldfield. We can look at these highlights of the first half now with the company of Barry and Terry.
Well, they make a mistake early on, Catalan, but they score the first try from Vince Duport. An excellent kick from Thomas Boss. Makinson thinks he's pouched the ball. He's done everything correct, but it's just the pressure from Daryl Millard that knocks the ball out of his grasp. And then we have a couple of no tries here. Wellens, who gets his arm free. The ball goes forward and Tommy Makinson can't reply for St Helens. Built up an awful lot of pressure. St Helens looking to play through the line and Wellens getting his arms free. And then we've got Mark Flanagan. Here we go. Well, Mark Flanagan, he thinks he's gives St Helens a chance and scored this try, but Vince Duport, great effort from the Catalan left centre.
And then it was a couple of no tries from the Dragons. Henderson first, lovely footwork, and Anderson fails to get the ball down over the line. He's within touching distance of the whitewash. And it's desperate efforts from both teams in that first half. Lomax low, Roby over the top, doesn't allow him to get that ball out. Great effort from both sides, but on that occasion, Saints denying the Dragons. That was a no try. 4-0 still at this point. And here was the argument that myself and Terry O'Connor were having. A challenge on Manu, dislodged the ball. Whitehead tries to pick up and regather. And because Manu at that point takes Whitehead out, penalty was awarded. No try again, and from that possession.
Wait! Go.
And here we go, Saints, it's their turn now to be denied. It's the tale of no tries this first half. Morgan Escarite loses it in the sunshine. Josh Jones gives him a little nudge in the back. It goes upstairs to the video referee Thierry Alibert again, who sees the obvious infringement. Josh Jones does well to get back onto the island and put the ball down, but that's refused as well. And here's the final effort of the half, couple of minutes before half-time. Oldfield with a wonderful leap in the air, catches the ball above his head, and both sides go into the dressing rooms 8-0 in favour of the Dragons.
Yes, that try from Michael Oldfield has put the Catalan Dragons in command at the break. They're trying to open up some daylight in the race for the playoff places at half-time. Catalan 8, St Helens 0.
Has he got downward pressure?
I think so.
We're not going to make it.
We're already here.
How can someone so consumed by the idea of his family have any conception what his actual family was doing?
There's people coming.
The dead can't hear us.
We'll kill every last man at Castle Black.
The Game of Thrones series finale, Monday at 9 on Sky Atlantic HD, or catch up on demand.
Come on! It was an open goal. Somebody has cursed number 9. Unbelievable.
Buy 2 cans and get a football shirt from Umbro.
Introducing the Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV, the world's first 4-wheel drive plug-in hybrid SUV. The fusion of electric and petrol technology could achieve a staggering 148 miles per gallon. And with a fraction of the CO2 emissions of even a conventional small car, paying road tax is a thing of the past. We haven't just made an SUV. We've made history. Mitsubishi Intelligent Motion.
My job is to hunt terrorists.
You're our top agent. We need you.
I don't negotiate. I don't take prisoners. Within 3 days, I will find him. You can start counting.
3 days to kill.
And now with 6 months free unlimited music with Deezer. The Samsung Galaxy S5.
If there's no home for nature, there will be no nature. If you build it, they will come. Give nature a home where you live. For your free guide, text HOME to 70111. RSPB, giving nature a home.
Look, lunch is over, so this is over.
Whoa, is this a breakup? Is this a breakup?
Don't make this any harder.
Well, I'm not leaving.
Break up with lingering food. Help keep teeth clean and healthy. Eat, drink, chew. Extra.
Sky Sports 5, your new home of European football, launches August 12th.
Has he got downward pressure?
I think so.
Welcome back to Perpignan, where St Helens, the league leaders, are trailing by 8 points to 0 at half-time against the Catalan Dragons. 2 tries for Laurent Fresneu's side in that first half, in the shape of Vincent Duport and Michael Oldfield, but 4 denied by the video referee Thierry Alibert. Well, I expected these two teams to produce some stunning rugby league and flowing football, and it's been in fits and starts, but it's been a largely defensive performance that's been on top in that first half, Terry.
I totally agree. I think you've got to look at both sides and how they've turned up and defended the try line. I thought they've been absolutely exceptional. You look at the tries that they've scored, they've both come from kicks. Catalan, when they're playing at home, and the last 5 home games, they've scored an average of 39 points. We all know that St Helens can score tries. We all know that they can defend as well, and sitting at the top of the table, they want to get this game. They want to get the 2 points in the bag, because that'll take them 3 points clear at the top of the table.
And Terry O'Connor and Barry McDermott alongside me. And Barry, what do you think Nathan Brown will be saying in the dressing rooms at half-time?
I think very often in situations like this, when both sides are looking to keep hold of the ball, you know, in difficult conditions when it's hot and players are going to get fatigued, you know that keeping hold of the ball, making sure you play out your sets is crucial. So I think that Nathan Brown and Laurent Fresneau will say, don't get bored, don't think we have to reinvent the wheel, we don't have to change what we're doing. We definitely need to take our chances, but the fact that both teams are asking questions of one another will give both respective dressing rooms enough positivity. But the message will be, I think, don't get bored, don't come away from what we set out to do originally.
Well, St Helens have won on each of their last 5 visits to Perpignan and won on 6 of 9 occasions here in Catalan since 2006. Some news for St Helens this week. Mark Percival, Luke Thompson and Greg Richards all agreed new 4.5-year deals. And of course, when this is done and dusted, there are 5 St Helens players in the 34-man England train-on squad in Loughborough from tomorrow. And of course, they are joined by Elliot Whitehead of the Catalan Dragons. But real sign of the progress that Saints are making in 2014.
Well, we look back at St Helens over the years and they lost some of them, the star-studded side that had won so much silverware for St Helens, but you've got to keep on building for the future, producing your own talent, and in those 3 players that they've signed, 3 great talents for the future. But I think what I'd like to see in the second half here, lads, I'd like to see someone playing wide of the ruck, turning the ball back inside, trying to get the big lads moving sideways and create the opportunities, a bit of change of direction, because I think both teams, especially Catalan, they've been punching holes through St Helens. They've been playing through the line. They've been very aggressive with the go forward. And as I say, both sides have defended very well in this game. So it's going to come down to who needs to win this game, who's going to make a mistake, who's going to be the ill-disciplined side in this second half, and who's going to come away with the win.
These conditions as well will have a part to play. Note on Catalan Dragons, they have signed Sam Williams from St George Illawarra on a deal till the end of the season, a half-back. He made just 4 appearances for the Dragons since moving from Canberra. Got 2 tries in 9 appearances for them last year. 23, a New South Wales country player. And Lauren Fraser keen to ensure that Thomas Bosk has some competition in the halves, along with Leon Price and of course Scott Giroux to come back for them.
Well, you want a first good touch in this second half. Both teams would like to start positively. Zeb Taylor, I thought he was exceptional in that first half. And you look at both sides and they need to find the rhythm very quickly, because the speed of which both of these sides play with, if you're not on your guard, the speed is what gets you.
Yeah, okay, mate.
In both sides, as you say, Terry, will want a good first touch. They want to gradually work their way, and it finished at a frenetic pace. That Michael Oldfield try was the lasting memory. That's the memory they'll go into the changing rooms. Dragons delighted and Saints not so much.
So all to play for in this second half as Catalan Dragons, well, the Peony Payer steps out there and immediately there's a problem.
Well, when you're standing on the back line, let me tell you, you don't want to be catching this ball. You want your full-back or your half-backs to step forward and catch it. And all of a sudden, you see that Lapini Payer takes the ball over the dead ball line, so it's a drop out from under the sticks.
Could he not have just straddled 1 foot over that back line? And the minute he catches that ball, that's viewed as dead.
He didn't, and so St Helens have a gilt-edged opportunity to open with a score in this second half. Haven't managed one in the opening 40 minutes. Thompson.
2, move Lapini. 4 guys, we go 2.
Roby and Walsh.
Turn, move Leon. We are guys.
That's Mark Flanagan.
Go 3.
Luke Walsh again. Scampering run. Thompson over the top. This is Percival. All wrapped up by Pomeroy. Bosk in there.
Release. 4.
A free shout's held. Dawson. Good pick up from Manu. Quickly in the faces of 3 Catalan defenders. Last one coming for the Saints, 8 metres away. What a great opportunity to open the scoring in this second period. Work for Duport to do, and he's just about got the right side of that dead ball line. And just go through the teams for you. The Catalan Dragons, 17. Morgan Escarate is the full-back. The 3/4, Michael Oldfield, Ben Pomeroy, Vincent Duport and Daryl Millard. In the halves, Leon Price alongside Thomas Bosk. Up front, Olivier Ellimer, Pelissier and Jeff Lima. In the second row, Zeb Taylor and Elliot Whitehead, with Jason Battieri, the loose forward. On the bench for the Dragons Ian Henderson returns, Louis Anderson, Lupini Peya and Benjamin Garcia. Last one for the Dragons. They lead 8-0 and Price with a kick sends Dawson scuttling back. He's going to come back and launch this attack now, and St Helens lined up with Johnny Lomax at fullback. Their three quarters: Tommy Makinson, Jordan Turner, Josh Jones and Matty Dawson. In the halves, Gary Wheeler is alongside Luke Walsh in the absence of Lance O'Hire. Up front, Musi Masoe, James Roby and Louis McCarthy-Scarsbrook. Sia Soliola partners Mark Flanagan in the second row with Paul Wellens, the captain, and loose forward. On the bench for the Saints, Willie Manu, Alex Walmsley, Mark Percival and Luke Thompson. Here is Wheeler for Nathan Brown's side.
You talk about ruck defence, and we've not really mentioned James Roby in this game because look how slow the play the ball is. There's the mistake. Alex Walmsley trying to hit the ball right on the advantage line because how quick Catalan are coming up.
This is Garcia.
Every metre matters in this game, Ben. Both sides are that good.
Zero tackle called, and so Lupini Peya continues to rumble forward for the Dragons.
Come on, quicker, guys!
Henderson, now Price, Whitehead.
Well, the more time Catalan can spend down here, the more chance they've got of scoring. It's too difficult to do it near your own line. Build pressure, camp out down here, and have a better last tackle option than that.
There was a terrible pass to Leon Price.
No advantage, you're side by side at marker.
Markers weren't square though, and so Catalan can continue to attack here.
More position, more possession. That normally results in the points.
Just in line there,
and you're right, wasn't the best pass. But Catalan Dragons and Saints, for that matter, when they get down the other end,
on his foot.
Need to capitalise on the chances. We've already seen, I think it was 5 no tries in that first half. So chances are going to come at a premium, and the side that takes the most will get the victory.
Garcia again for the Dragons.
James. Hold.
Great position this to extend their lead. Boss back on the inside.
Good work, Alex Walmsley.
Good work, Garcia, to wrap up possession for the Dragons as well. Louis Anderson almost went without it.
James.
Well, they're playing very physical, St Helens.
Henderson, now Price. Shows it to a couple and tries to go through himself. Leon Price almost did against his former club, of course. Bosk. Escaré. Almost a hole for Escaré, and there's a hole for Duport, is there? Just shut down by Johnny Lomax. That was desperate defence. And it's play on, and Duport has spilled it.
Well, that's the tackle of the game. Johnny Lomax has just saved a try. He's come from absolutely nowhere to prevent Catalan and Vincent Duport, the man who scored the opening try in the first half. And then Vincent Duport, he plays the ball, plays it incorrectly, ball goes over now to St Helens.
On the cross, guys.
But again, good field position this for Catalan.
On the cross, mate.
Is it only me? What's Vincent Duport thinking?
Okay.
You can't play the ball to yourself.
Okay, mate.
You're right, it was excellent defence from St Helens. It's been a bit sloppy the opening 5 3/4 minutes of this second half. Not like the quality that we were blessed with in the first half, but let's hope it gets better.
So much at stake for both these sides, top of the table and the playoffs, their respective concerns. St Helens, of course, will want to take full advantage after Leeds' defeat earlier this weekend. 3 gone for them. Roby, now Jones.
Surrender!
Peya with the tackle for the Dragons. Roby wider this time for Luke Walsh. On now for Turner. That's a great ball inside from Turner. Ankle tapped and Lomax. Oh, he can't take the pass in. Saints put it through the hands there. And we know how entertaining they can be. And that was so unlucky.
Louis Anderson with the try-saving tackle. If Louis Anderson doesn't get this ankle tap on Mark Flanagan, I'm sure this is just a normal, straightforward 2-on-1 with Morgan Escaray at the back, and it would be a try. Brilliant last-ditch effort. You can't give up on any play. Johnny Lomax just couldn't bring that ball in. He tries to pick it up in his right hand, bring it into his body, and just loses possession. It means so much for both of these sides.
And it's a match of small margins as well. You talk about the video ref no tries in the first half. You get the sense, as you say, Terry, really important for both these sides, and little to choose between them despite the 8-0 scoreline.
Well, Ben, I think you get a good look into the mindset of both teams. Louis Anderson didn't give up on that play because he feels his team is still in a position to win it, and Saints haven't given up because I think that they realise 2 tries, a try and 2 goals, whatever combination of points they need, they're back in it as well. Been a great game this, perhaps not in terms of the purity of it. We've seen plenty of mistakes. We've seen another crackers play the ball from Elliot Whitehead. I think they're trying to outdo each other, these Catalan players, but there was interference at the play of the ball. Elliot Whitehead just walks off. Let's have a look at it. It's like something you watch at Waterhead on a Sunday morning, that one. But Elliot Whitehead, as I say, one of the best back rowers in the game, has been penalised for not regathering his feet. And it's still in the balance, this game.
Saints over halfway in the shape of Luke Thompson. Made his Super League debut on his 18th birthday as St Helens lost in the capital back in April 2013.
You think that St Helens need to come up with a try here? Well, there's enough numbers at the line. Good turn up from C. Soliola.
On the back of that, it's Lomax. Pomeroy with the tackle. Percival in quickly. Now Walsh and Roby. Flanagan held on. Turner has it now. 4 gone for St Helens. Roby. And now Flanagan.
Move Leon! Hold. Go.
Walsh, the go-to man for St Helens as always. Crossfield kick. Oldfield had it, lost it, and regathered it again.
Oh, my word, he did well then. He got up, felt like he'd had it in the grasp, and then a bit, and it's very similar to the try that was scored by Catalan, exactly the same place. But on that occasion, unlike Tommy Makinson, he managed to find it and get back. And St Helens are now doing the defending. I'd be interested in finding out where St Helens is, Tez, but St Helens are doing the defending, enjoying the work tonight.
Here is Henderson. Good work in defence from St Helens. Taylor will play it. And now Price on the last. Raking kick. In the sunshine is Matty Dawson. Battieri comes up with the tackle alongside Lima. Garcia in there as well. Over halfway now, St Helens. The shape of Makinson.
Alex Walmsley's looked like a man on a mission in this game. And that's when he's been defending. He's been getting off the line really quick, trying to intimidate his opposition. Josh Jones coming to the left side, trying to create the overlap, brings it back central field.
Here is Walsh. And now Flanagan. Ball comes free. Need to pick this up, St Helens.
He picked that up in an offside position. And it's a knock-on here. James Charles says that it's a knock-on from St Helens. You can see the ball. It's a loose carry from Mark Flanagan. The ball was touched by Luke Thompson. Then they're lucky here, Barry, not to get a penalty.
Yeah, it's definitely not as fluid as it was at the back end of that first half, and you saw Jordan Turner just at the top of the screen. He was going absolutely balmy, just like Henderson is. And as we've said, I'm sure the messages were, don't lose patience, don't get bored, of sticking to the game plan, getting to our kick and applying the pressure.
Catalan still, as they did at half-time, lead by 8 points to 0, and
He's
Pomeroy
away.
has escaped. Important tackle from Lomax.
We haven't seen too many line breaks. And Jeff Lima, of course, won that Lance Todd award with the arch rivals of St Helens, Wigan, back in 2011. Has to get the ball back. He offloaded it just after the referee had called held.
He made his Wigan debut against St Helens in Cardiff 3 seasons ago as well. His only try this year came at the Magic Weekend in that loss. The win, I should say, over London. Soliola. Percival. Masoe charges in.
He needs to run harder than that, Ben. He's a big fella, but you can't rely on size alone. You need to match that with some speed. That then creates the power to bust tackles, break challenges.
Lomax for St Helens. 4 gone for them. Roby. Kick over the top. Is it going to be too long? It is.
Only just. Roby pops out from 9. Sometimes they're the best kicks because everybody's onside, and Escaré, he wants to get back on with it. It's not a bad ploy from Roby. Not a bad ploy at all. And you see some of the Catalan players just a little bit tired, fatigue, not back on side.
This is Lima for the Dragons.
Go.
Ian Henderson spins, offloads. Whitehead now.
Well, you need eyes everywhere. Elliot Whitehead then just saw an exocet missile, and here's another one in Mossy Masoy.
Garcia grounded. Now Price. Ian Henderson.
Come on.
That's the wrong way around. That Jeff Lima shouldn't be passing it to Henderson. He's not even in a better position. Somebody needs to take hold of this game and say, come on, let's run hard. Let's get back to the same stuff we were doing in the first half. High kick.
Kick from Bosk, allowed to bounce. And it's come up for Duport, and is Duport going in for a double? It could be a Duport double in Perpignan. He got the first try of the first half, and now he has his second in the second. And it just opened up for Vincent Duport. 9 in Super League now, and Catalan stretch their lead.
Well, will that shake St Helens into action? Tommy Makinson, much like Escaré in the first half, loses that ball in the sun. The Dragons players regather that ball. Vincent Duport with his second try. Has the devil's own job to find that in the sun, Tommy Makinson. And like I said, will that finally wake St Helens up into this second half?
He got his 50th Catalan try here against Widnes, as I said. A try on his 100th Super League appearance at the Magic Weekend as well for Vincent Duport. 3 tries for his country, with the 26-year-old in 13 appearances, and a crucial try as well in the context of this game.
Yep, it was. The kicks are causing problems for Saints. You saw Flanagan in, well, he thought that Tommy Makinson was going to pouch that ball. He was trying to be the escort runner, giving him a bit of time to catch that ball. But Catalan, well, they seem to be on fire. The Dragons are on fire in the south of France.
Been so impressive, as we've been saying, since starting the season off with those 5 straight defeats. St Helens won their first 8 in a row, remember. The worst start in 9 seasons as a Super League club, Catalan Dragons. As Thomas Bosch manages his first success with the boot. And so the Dragons go out to a 14-0 advantage now.
As me and Terry were discussing this game and trying to decide who starts favourites, obviously St Helens, who are perched up at the top, you'd expect them to take this game comfortably because of their lofty league position. But you just can't back against Catalan at home. You can't rely on them, A, to give you a good game, and B, to turn up and listen to the form books.
And they're in possession again now, but deep in their own half. St Helens will be desperate to get this ball back. Lima just skittles a couple out of the way.
That's how he's supposed to run onto the ball. Is that what you're saying, Barry?
Here is Price.
It seems to be the Catalan Dragons players with the wind behind the sails now. And Henderson, that's the difference between him and Pelissier. Pelissier flirts and skirts across the line. Henderson is direct like a thermal lance straight through the defenders.
Taya played the ball, and Bosk with the kick. Dawson to field.
Well, Henderson's got the opportunities since he's come onto the field because they're winning the players and now there's a penalty. Dawson was upended above the horizontal. Jason Bettieri getting underneath the young St Helens. Sorry, it's Garcia. Bettieri up top. Garcia comes up, lifts the legs. And James Child, well, he awards the penalty to the Saints. And Saints need some possession. They need some good field position as well.
Okay, back up. Here we are.
Yeah, whenever you see the third man come in and pick up and take away the base of the bloke with the ball, it's always dangerous. And Jason Bettieri does what he does every week and thinks, I'll make up. And his work ethic, his work rate is what impresses you about that player. But he's at fault for that mistake.
Louis McCarthy Scarsbrook for St Helens. Now Walsh and Soliola. Now Percival on the St Helens left-hand side.
That looked high from Pomeroy.
Trying to get him over that sideline, they have done.
No, I don't agree with that. I think Pomeroy will have another look on the replay. Percival, again, doesn't run full-blooded. He's trying to step and stutter his way to the defender. Well, that's a high tackle for me. The Saints can count themselves unlucky there. But it's a chance to defend. And if you've got the right attitude, you can force an error, get that ball back and create chances and opportunities.
They seem to have numbers, don't they? There was 5 Catalan players on that occasion that turned up 10 metres from the line, pushed Percival into touch. And you've got to have that work ethic in rugby league. When it's time to defend, you've got to make sure that you defend. You can't switch off and get any breathers.
Oldfield played the ball for the Dragons. That's a huge shot there.
Wow.
Coming in from Soliola.
Well, I was talking about Soliola, Mossy Massoy, Alex Walmsley leading from the front. Wow. He was shot out of a cannon. Where was the initial contact here? Oof. Well, Bettieri, he's looking at just catching this ball. Soliola.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, he hits the shoulder.
That's just a full-blooded shot, that. He's trying to lift his team, Soliola. There's nothing wrong with that.
The first point of contact is on the shoulder. The first point of contact is on the shoulder. It's not around the head. It's not an illegal challenge. That is how you come up with an intimidating shot. And all I can say is that is not a shoulder charge.
Well, this is where sometimes I'm not going to say the reaction of the body, but how the body reacts to a full-blooded challenge like that can sometimes be misleading. And some poor soul is going to have to take the next one, and I reckon the next challenge will be just as physical. Here we go.
Here is Whitehead for the Dragons.
It's times like this, you watch the plays, you admire them. What they put the bodies through. Oh, they're all at it. Even young Mark Percival.
That's really sparked off this game. Now Lima.
Ben, shots like that lift your teammates. Either side here, if one of your teammates is willing to get off the line, well, they're getting a bit carried away here. Soliola against Lima. Former Kiwi international players. Is the discipline now going to get the better of the Saints?
Yeah, Lima, 7 appearances for the Kiwis. Soliola, a dozen. Also played in the World Cup last year for Samoa. Here's Soliola. Here is Battieri.
And I've said it a few times, aggression and the levels of it, you need to have a gauge, you need to be able to control it. The team that gets back to playing the game, focusing on the job at hand, I think that's Catalan at the minute. I think Saints are all over the place, flying in from row Z, trying to bash people.
Well, Henderson, has he stretched over there? Ian Henderson. It's another incident to be looked at by Thierry Alibert. Ian Henderson, no better hooker in the business for doing this, but has he gone over the line?
Or does Johnny Lomax get his arm underneath? I think he's got the ball on the line. Well, again, they're getting excited with defending. But Henderson, he takes the ball away from the danger. And that danger is Mossy Masoi and C. Soliola. Gets underneath Willie Manu. And in my opinion, grounds the ball. The tip of the ball touches the white line. Oh, they're having a field day here. Catalan. They're playing with their eyes. They're looking at where the St Helens defenders are shooting that line. I don't see there being a problem with this. And for the video referee, Thierry Alibert.
Here's his decision. The try is awarded to Ian Henderson. Back in the side and back in the points. His first Super League try of the season and the beginning to party in Perpignan.
Well, here we go. We'll have a look at it. You see Mossy Masoi come out from nowhere. And that's the level of aggression that Saints are playing the game at. There's too many people around to play the ball. And Henderson pops out. Beats James Roby for speed. Speed of thought, speed of action. This is a great try from the hooker. Back, of course, from that broken arm. And Johnny Lomax does his best. Roby, you see, round the ankles of the Catalan hooker. And this game going further and further away from Saints. It's a good performance from the Dragons, Ben.
Impressive, particularly given St Helens' position in the table. Henderson, what a way to come back after almost 4 months out. As you say, he broke his wrist against Leeds in round 3. Also got a try at St Helens in a win in April last year. Super League Grand Final winner with Bradford back in 2005 as well. And Bosk just steadies himself. Again, the routine. He's missed that one as well, so only 1 out of 4 with the boot for Thomas Bosk. But Catalan ahead now by 18 points to 0.
Well, it still looks like they're going to be cruising to victory here. You saw that when Luke Walsh, he gets back, he's trying to get in position, he's trying to get outside of Josh Jones. Josh Jones pushes up too far. And that's where the gap presents itself. A clever player, Ian Henderson.
Catalan have the ball back as well. And the clock moving against St Helens too.
Well, 18 points behind, 18 minutes to go. You can be as ferocious as you want in defence, but you've got to remember when you do have the ball to make sure that you complete your set to 6. You're asked the right questions, and at the minute, Catalan's defence is incredible.
Henderson, the try scorer, the latest try scorer for the Dragons. And now Duport.
But I will add to that point, as if there's a team in this league that can come back and score the points they need, it's St Helens. Great footwork from Garcia. He must have seen the big shadow of Mossy Masoa. I think it got dark in that particular corner of the pitch, and he must have thought, what is that? Johnny Lomax just hits the deck. Well, that must be a serious hit. You don't often see players, he's holding his knee. Holy moly, he's in a whole world of pain, and that could be a tendon injury. Lots of ligaments and tendons around that knee joint, and there was nobody around him. He just hit the deck. You can tell with the reaction of the players around him, they know, they recognise those signs. Oh, he does look in pain. Let's have a look at that. Oh yes, it goes in the inside of the knee, which is the medial ligaments, Ben. The medial ligaments of the knee look to have took a strain.
He was actually telling you then, Ben, which one it was. You didn't need to shrug your shoulders. Do you know, this is a bitter blow. Talented player like Johnny Lomax coming back into the side. He brings a new dimension to St Helens. The speed, the vision that he has, the step, and it just gives in on him. And you can tell when any player goes down onto the ground, you can see it just buckle. Oof. He takes his head guard off, he takes his gum shield out. Joey Hayes, the former St Helens winger, who's the physio for St Helens, is just trying to assess the damage.
Huge blow for Nathan Brown. Of course, his first Super League game in almost a month, remember, and now looks to be facing some more time on the treatment table.
Well, you knew straight away that there was a problem with Johnny Lomax.
Two-time grand finalist, played centre against Wigan in 2010 and scrum half against Leeds the following year. Got 2 tries against the Dragons back in 2010 in a 42-12 home win, but such a huge part of their attacking armoury, and to lose him for what appears to be a considerable length of time will be a big blow.
It will. The Catalan players, Blissier and Anderson, quite happy with the performances from themselves and the teammates. But poor old Johnny Lomax, when you look in a player's eyes, you can see what's going on. He's absolutely devastated. Player that's had so many injuries, but when he's on form, he is one of the best talents that's knocking around in Super League. Well, that's good signs. At least it's good signs that he's walking off the pitch. He's not been helped off. He's not been stretchered off. So let's hope, fingers crossed, it's not as bad as what it looked on the initial footage.
So it goes from bad to worse for St Helens, trailing 18-0 on the scoreboard, and now they lose one of their key attacking players. In possession though. Luke Walsh will restart play in a moment.
I wonder if that will shift Tommy Makinson to fullback maybe.
Oh guys, wait, go.
charge up from Louis McCarthy-Scarsbrook.
Wait, guys.
Could be Paul Wellens back to full-back, a role he's very familiar with. And they can use him as a running option, as a tackling option. It does look as though Makinson's there for now. Nathan Brown choosing to go with that particular combination. He's got enough time in this game, but without rushing, without playing with haste, they need to score next. They need to get something next.
Last one, so Walsh goes to the air. Comfortable in the end for Oldfield.
Well taken from Oldfield, the Catalan winger. But now I think there's a problem with Tommy Makinson. Tommy Makinson gesturing to the bench that he's got a problem with his right shoulder. So Paul Wellens surely will be coming on soon to replace him. So they lose Johnny Lomax, they lose Tommy Makinson, they're losing some firepower, the Saints.
Battieri for the Dragons.
Fall, move Louis. Keep coming. Hold. Go for.
Leon Price. Gets the offload away, juggled by Pomeroy. He's got support though. Can't release the pass to Oldfield. That was good work from Dawson to lock down the ball. Kick over the top from Bosk is too long. Makinson running over to retrieve that ball.
Well, just too much on that. Too much weight on that kick from Catalan. But again, good field position. This is where you want to defend. This is where you want to play physical. You can get up, you can get the numbers in.
John Wilkins still out with a dislocated shoulder. Still 3 to 4 weeks away.
And he's a big loss. He's a big loss. Lanzahire not playing in this game. You've took two key playmakers out to the side. So that's obviously going to affect the dynamics of the way St Helens attack.
Here is Walsh. And now Thompson on the bounce for Wheeler. Good tackle coming in from Pomeroy. Inside the last 15 minutes of this match.
Well, Mosi Masoi needs early ball and he needs to be coming onto it a lot better than that. For such a big man, he can't catch the ball, standing start and expect to win that play the ball.
Nice kick from Luke Walsh. Daryl Millard picks up just a metre into his own half.
Well, move James. Yeah, guys. Hold.
Decent Saints chase as well, led by James Roby.
And I think this game at an apprehensive point, you can probably just judge through TV screens that the atmosphere in the ground is just one of a bit nervous. There's still enough time for Saints to come back into this game.
Such as the Saints' pedigree for coming back in matches as well. Here is Pelissier.
Oh, good ball.
What a pass that was to Pomeroy. He's got support on the inside, and Daryl Millard is going to race in. Daryl Millard goes in. Thomas Bosk it was, and Thomas Bosk goes in for only his, well, it's his first Super League try of the season, and the Dragons fans absolutely delighted. Important try for Thomas Bosk, a huge try in this game, and is that the moment where we say that the 2 points are heading the way of the Catalan Dragons in Perpignan?
Well, there's two excellent hookers on shore for the Catalan Dragons for the first time in a long time. Henderson, very aggressive, very abrasive, very direct. And then you've got Pelissier. That's top draw, that skill. A one-handed roll offload. And it's Thomas Bosch who dabs the ball down over the line, but that was made and provided by Pelissier first of all. Then Ben Pomeroy coming back against the grain, providing that pass. And that surely now is the end of any resistance from St Helens, and it's 2 vital points for Catalan Dragons.
Got 2 tries and 16 points back in 2009 here against St Helens. It wasn't enough to get the victory on that occasion, but now you have to feel, as Bosk goes through the motions again with this conversion attempt, that Catalan Dragons have done enough to put some daylight between themselves and the other contenders for the top 8.
That's why early on in the year on the warm-up programme we were getting a bit frustrated with the way that Catalan were playing. they weren't playing the fluent rugby like that. They've got some excellent players. The home form's always been good. Their away form could be better. But going into this fixture, they'd won 7 of the last 8 games. And obviously this is going to be 8 from 9 now.
2 more points via the boot of Thomas Bosch to convert his own try.
Well, the fans have turned out in the numbers, and what about that? Pelissier, he attracts the St Helens defenders. The little pass inside to Thomas Bosch. You've just got to run into a hole. Just have a little look at this. Alex Walmsley, he runs across. As soon as he's going sideways, he's going towards the touchline. Pomeroy comes back inside. Thomas Bosch doesn't switch off because he knows, even as a ball player, when the ball goes away from him, he's got to be alert.
Pelissier for the Dragons. Battieri. 24-0 ahead. Lauren Freysinou's side.
Oof. Again, Walmsley putting himself about. Well, the weather looks good in the South France. I hope it's this good tomorrow. I've got a little Australian friend who's 74 years of age, who's going over on a bike ride into France. So hopefully the weather will be like that tomorrow.
Ball comes out from Walmsley. Now Duport. Rides a couple of tackles. That's a great offload for Escaré. And Morgan Escaré trying to step around a couple. Here is Bosch again. And Bosch on the bounce finds Oldfield. Can he get over Michael Oldfield? Well, he's wrestled the ball down. Is that Michael Oldfield's second try?
I think so, Ben. It's a wonderful break by Vincent Duport, who's had a tremendous game. Sensational effort from the big fella. He breaks the line, and I talked about it before, some of the work that Morgan Escaré has been doing. Video work, swatting up on the habits of his plays. You see him on the right side, you know, he's a left-hand carry, pouches that ball. Support play supreme from Thomas Bosch, who has to throw that ball. It hits the floor, the bobbling, bouncing ball is picked up by Oldfield. Does he get it down? Yes, he does.
The crowd certainly believes so, but you would expect that.
Are you saying they're wrong, Ben?
It looks a try for me, I have to say.
Great stuff from the right winger. And there we see conclusive evidence.
Conclusive.
Should point out Thierry Alibert is the only opinion that matters here. Here is his decision. The try is awarded. Barry McDermott was right. Well, Duport had 2, and now Michael Oldfield joins him with a couple against the leaders.
I can't believe you doubted him, Ben. Again, brilliant free-flowing rugby from Catalan. The ball from one side of the pitch to the other. Oldfield doesn't go in to try and catch that ball. He bides his time, he lets the ball bounce, he steps hard off his right foot, comes back into the field of play and shows excellent strength to ground that ball. Wheeler tries everything. He thinks that he's got him. He thinks that he prevents that try. And that's good strength, yet again, from Michael Oldfield.
Smile on his face as well, as you would expect. He's not left Thomas Bosch with the easiest of conversion opportunities.
What do you reckon there, Barry? In or out?
I'm going to say out. What do you think?
I actually think he's going to kick it. I'm not saying it's going to go between the sticks, but he's going to kick it.
That sitting on the fence par excellence. A great kick from Thomas Bosch. The latest act in a great performance from the Catalan Dragons. The leaders will be beaten, and Catalan Dragons will just take another step towards the top 8.
Well, this is a big performance, and Vince Duport, hasn't he been so good? He spent some time at Toulouse. He was released from Catalan. He's come back very strong. And the players who you want to stand up, you want to be counted, well, I think they've done that, and especially in the last 9 games. I think that Catalan have turned the corner. They've showed an awful lot of desire, a lot of commitment to each other and the Catalan club. And this is just a warning shot. There's not many teams in Super League that can prevent St Helens from scoring a try, well, within 71 minutes, nearly 72 minutes.
Only their second loss away from Langtree Park. St Helens, they've been phenomenal on the road, just not been their day today. Catalan red hot at home though. But I don't think too many saw this scoreline coming. Inside the final 8 minutes, the ball comes free from Ian Henderson.
Henderson judged to have dropped the ball, but yeah, you're right, 30 points to 0. That will send a huge message out to anybody that comes over to Catalan who thinks that they're not serious.
Come on, guys, come on.
They're a formidable side at home.
Come on.
A huge message.
Well, as a statement, it doesn't get any better than nilling the league leaders, which is currently what's happening. Here is Louis Anderson. Lima.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Louis McCarthy Scarsbrook thought about it, I think. Wisely decided against the lift. Price. Whitehead.
James. Pull Louis. Wait. Go 3.
Now Henderson.
You think that they've got another try in them. 7 minutes to go. Just look at the amount of Catalan players flooding forward, supporting the ball carrier. That's all Leon Price needs.
How Price would love a try against his old club. 73 of them in 160 Saints appearances. Here is Louis Anderson.
Who's Willie? Hold. Go.
Morgan Escaré with a drop goal. Just couldn't find the target.
30-0 up, and you go for a drop goal. Just keep running, just keep trying to score some points. You're not going to lose anything.
He's already got a goal to his name this season.
You get points for a drop goal.
You've actually picked me up on a technicality. I meant go for the tries.
Already has 1 goal to his name this season. No drop goals. Makinson and now Turner.
Wait. Go 3.
Walsh. Thompson.
Well, this is a different Catalan side than the start of the season. Was it at Hull FC that they're in round 1? It was 34 points to 36 in favour of Hull FC. Defensively, they didn't start the season well, but wow, round 16, phenomenal.
Well, credit where it's due. It's been an outstanding effort from the Catalan side, but the big thing for me is the duck egg at the side of St Helens. I'm sure they won't want to go home with a 0 next to the name, and this doesn't look like a side that should have 0 next to its name. They've had chances. Millard's broken the line again.
Daryl Millard streaks away, and Daryl Millard is going to go in for another Catalan Dragons try. Race clear, and look what it means to Daryl Millard, his 6th Super League try of the season. The icing on the cake for Catalan Dragons. Smiles all around in Perpignan. Well, he got his first double at Saints' expense in Super League back in 2010 as a Wakefield player. They lost that day. And now Daryl Millard on the winning side for the Dragons.
Well, Willie Manu will be absolutely furious with himself when he watches this back. Daryl Millard, a winger, has come straight off the ruck and run straight through him, and that will not impress the coach Nathan Brown. We know that St Helens like to play rugby, and since Nathan Brown's got there, their attitude to defend has been an awful lot better than that. Sometimes players, and even some of the better players like Sir Willie Manu, make mistakes, and it's just not been St Helens there. But I tell you what, it's been Catalans there.
Well, you're right. I think fatigue has set in on a few players for St Helens. They've virtually been defending for the whole of the second half, But that's a wonderful try. Millard, another top performer for the Dragons today.
Scored that incredible try in the last play of the game to win at St Helens back in February 2012 as well, Daryl Millard. They won 34-32 that day in the last minute. A lot more comfortable this afternoon. And some tired faces there as the inquest begins.
Tired and dejected, Ben. I think they're at a loss. They're wondering, how has this happened?
Only their 4th loss of Super League 19. Wanted to extend their advantage at the top. That's not going to happen. Bosk studying concentration yet again. Just clips that ball over the top, and Catalan go out to a 36-0 scoreline now.
Well, Tommy Makinson desperately diving at the ankles of Daryl Millard, can't get anywhere near him. Arms are out, reminiscent of the Hayne train over in the NRL. A great performance, I've said it before, it's a great performance from the Dragons at home. And these fans certainly got their money's worth today. Will St Helens get a final try to go home with?
High restart from Luke Walsh. They need to get possession first. 3 minutes to go.
Up, Alex! Oh, guys, just wait. Go.
Pelissier.
They need to be clean here. A set of 6 is just less than a minute. So they're definitely going to get their hands on the ball if they're clean in this set of 6. Where they receive it will be important, and then what they do with it ultimately.
Lauren Fraser not smiling yet. Elima behind him certainly was. Battieri. Now Price. Be very sweet for Leon Price, this victory. Here is Oldfield. He's got support inside. Well, there was an easier pass on.
You're right, Ben, you're right. They created 3-on-2 on their right-hand side. Manu's away. Oh!
One-on-one steal from Escarret.
Well, that just about sums up the day for St Helens. Just as they think they're looking at the try line, just as they think something's on for them, a Dragons player jumps out from nowhere and snatches it away from them.
What do you think that is? Is that focus? Is it concentration?
I think Catalan have been better on the day. I think they've controlled the ball a little bit better. The game was in the balance up until half-time. And there was that little fracas, that little 5-minute period of players playing with their heads on fire. There's a late challenge gone on in back play as well. It's 36-0 on the scoreboard. And I think the referee's seen possibly Alex Walmsley. He's the one in the middle of all the handbags. He hits, is it Leon Price late? Or Thomas Bosch hits him late. In the back.
I think it is Thomas Bosch that he hits.
Just back up, fellas.
He's been an intimidating force.
Well, Alex Walmsley, well, here we go, here's the snatch. One-on-one steal. Like a little mosquito in the ear of Willie Manu. He nicks the ball. Let's listen to the referee's report.
Walmsley. Yeah, he's thrown punches, he's retaliated, they're both traded punches. Okay. Alex! Off you go, 10 minutes, mate.
10 minutes for Alex Walmsley. Not been a afternoon, evening to remember for him.
Well, I talked about him being the intimidating force. He's been very aggressive in defence, and I also think that we will see Pelissier go into the sin bin for 10 minutes because he traded punches. I think he took exception to Walmsley hitting Thomas Bosch. You can see there he's hit him. Thomas Bosch takes exception, then Pelissier comes in to the left. The big man against the little man. And they start throwing him. Well, it's 2-on-1, but he's not backing down. Oh, he's caught him with a left.
Back up, guys.
Whoa.
How high was that then? Did a little girl just go in the room then?
Come on.
I think you stood on my toe.
In all seriousness, it's been a very tough lesson on how to play in the heat from Catalan against St Helens.
Are they going to score another try? Leon Price would love one.
Play on.
Battieri inside the last minute. Whitehead.
Help! Release! Off him now! Come on! Hold. Wait! Get your hand out. Go to.
Henderson jumps in.
Guys, keep it tidy.
Price. Measured ball for Louis Anderson.
Third! Up now! On the line.
They've not finished. They want to try.
Wait! Go 3.
To rack up 40 against the Saints.
Help! Release off his leg. 4. Go.
Bosch
Play on.
plays it. Henderson.
4.
Price.
Okay.
Escaré thought about the kick. Comes in now with the other foot and then bounces beautifully for Oldfield to stroll in. And Michael Oldfield has a hat-trick to crown a comprehensive win against the leaders for Catalan Dragons in Perpignan. They have well and truly taken the leaders to the cleaners. And Michael Oldfield with the latest Catalan try.
Well, you talk about professional performances. And this has been one of the best this season. Michael Oldfield scores his hat-trick. The ball just evades Dawson. You can see the frustration on his face. And you've got to put yourself where the action is. The Catalan players are smiling. They know there has been an excellent day in Perpignan. And the fans will go home with a big smile on their face. Just like that.
40 points to 0. Well, they moved into the top 8 with that point in the 26-all draw at Widnes. They moved in to the 8 for the first time this season, and they're going to take some shifting. Thomas Bosch adds the extras, and it's finished 38 points to 0. Hat-trick for Oldfield, 42-0 I should say. A hat-trick for Michael Oldfield, a couple for Vincent Duport. It's been a masterclass in Perpignan from the Catalan Dragons. The leaders have been stunned. The final score at the Stade Gilbert Brutus is Catalan 42, St Helens 0. Just a reminder of what we have coming up this Friday, June the 20th, Bradford Hull KR at 7:30 on Sky Sports 1. Catalan Hull Saturday 4:55, also Sky Sports 1. We'll see you then. Thanks very much for watching.
Watch all 6 Sky Sports channels on your mobile and online.
Last tackle. He's looking for the crossfield kick. And it's worked a treat.
Like a well-oiled machine.
Isuzu D-Max sponsors Sky Sports coverage of the Super League.
Sky Movies premiere brought to you by Viera 4K from Panasonic.
I'm a soldier, and I've been hiding too long. I see you've come to fight. It's pointless. You're outnumbered. And all the men you brought.
You are strong, full of courage, but that won't help much now.
What kind of monster are you? The Wolverine.
The Wolverine. See it first now, only with Sky Movies On Demand.
Hello. Oh, hi, hon. I'm travelling, yes. I'm going into a tunnel.
Buy 2 cans and get a football shirt from Umbro.
Introducing the Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV, the world's first 4-wheel drive plug-in hybrid SUV. The fusion of electric and petrol technology could achieve a staggering 148 miles per gallon, and with a fraction of the CO2 emissions of even a conventional small car. Paying road tax is a thing of the past. We haven't just made an SUV, we've made history. Mitsubishi Intelligent Motion.
My job is to hunt terrorists.
You're our top agent. We need you.
I don't negotiate. I don't take prisoners. Within 3 days, I will find him. You can can start counting.
3 days to kill.
And now with 6 months free unlimited music with Deezer. The Samsung Galaxy S5.
Look, lunch is over, so this is over.
Whoa, whoa, is this a breakup? Is this a breakup?
Don't make this any harder.
Well, I'm not leaving. Break up with lingering food. Help keep teeth clean and healthy. Eat, drink, chew. Extra.
There'll be plenty going through their minds. They know what they have to do. And the star lineup is nothing but sensational.